Hello sweet friends, welcome back to my home. In today's video, this is my whole house decorating marathon for Christmas of 2024. So fix your favorite liquid therapy, sit back and enjoy all the decorating. Hello you, welcome back, and if you're new here, my name's Rebecca. Welcome to my home and welcome to my channel. Today's tree decorating video is sponsored by King of Christmas. They have so much of a selection from different sizes, different forms, and pre-lit, not lit, just so much to pick from. This year I picked a beautiful 9-foot flocked pre-lit noble fir with 700 glorious warm glowing lights. Today I will decorate this amazing looking tree in a woodland theme. Here are the new items I will be using to decorate this tree. So let's create a magical farmhouse Christmas beginning with my tree this year. I decided not to do a separate haul, but I'll show you all the new items that I'm using throughout my videos, my decorating videos. So here are a few items that's going on the tree. I do have just a few items on hand, and I'll show you what those are at the end. From Hobby Lobby, I found the birchwood wire ribbon. I got 3 rolls of that. Large pine cones, I found some at yard sales, and some of them were marked down on clearance from Hobby Lobby last year. Also, all of the bell ornaments, I picked up every one that my Hobby Lobby had to go on my tree, and I think I've got 5 sets of 2 there. From Old Time Pottery, I have the 2 lanterns, and you can fill these up with candles or battery-operated lights. I'm going to put some pine cones that my husband had picked up from somewhere, and I'm going to put those in the lanterns to keep it a woodland theme. From Christmas Place, I found the birch wood logs and the 2 cute little owls, and those will go on the tree this year. From Decorator Warehouse, I picked up 8 flower stems. I just love the color and the texture on these, and I can't wait to add them to my tree. And then the small grapevine wreaths, I got a pack of, I think it was 10 or 12, and those came from Amazon. I have a few items, a couple of little owls on hand. I also have some off-white ornaments that I will add to my tree this year as well. I do have some pine cone picks, but I have not been able to find them, but I'll probably add them to the tree before I do my final home tour. The first thing I want to start with in decorating my tree is the ribbon. For the top of the tree, I'm going to make a bow. And I'm going to make 2 loops, and then I'm going to take this ribbon and wrap around the center. So it just looks like the top of a bow with 1 tail. I'm going to add this to the top of the tree, and I'm going to use all 3 rolls. Being a short person, I've got to use a tall ladder for this, so I've got Mr. Fix-It spotting me on the ladder, holding it while I'm climbing up there. I'm going to add all 3 ribbon made into a bow with a long tail coming down three sides of the tree since I have 3 rows. And those are going to be placed at not the very tip top. I'm actually going to leave the top branch showing at the top of the tree. And then I'm going to loop about 12 inches, taking a branch inside the tree and wrap it around the ribbon and continue bringing these 3 rows of ribbon down halfway down. After bringing them halfway down the tree, I want to cut them off and dovetail your ends. After doing all 3 rows of ribbon, go ahead and take more ribbon, and you're going to make this in the shape of a 9. Just shape it in a loop, and it's going to look like a 9. Gather that together. Put this now most of the way up in the tree, about as far as I can reach, in between the ribbons that are already on the tree. And just take some of the branch greenery and pinch around your ribbon. And then you will continue with the loops down the rest of the tree, and when you cut it at the bottom, you want to dovetail your ends. You always want to dovetail the end of your ribbons. It just makes it look so much neater. And then after putting all of the 9-shaped ribbon in between all of the others, then I want to start with some of my larger items like the pine cones and the lanterns. So adding largest to smallest in decorating the tree is about the best that I know how to explain how I decorate my tree. I actually use 2 pine cones. I'm using some floral wire to wrap the top of 2 of them together, and then I'm just going to add them in the tree. I don't sort of want to hang them on the out part of the branches. I sort of want to put it right back in the tree where it looks like it goes with the form of the tree, that it doesn't just stick out too far and, stick out like a sore thumb. But anyway, just sort of bury the items within your tree, especially your larger items. After putting the pine cones and the lanterns, my larger items, I'm adding my floral stems. Then I'm adding the wood logs, and next comes the smaller items. I have a couple of owls, some grapevine wreaths. When I'm adding the ornaments, I'm going to fill in the open gaps. You'll be able to look at your tree and see a few open gaps. This is a great time to fill those gaps in with your ornaments. Here's how it all came out. Today I am working on my mantle and my fireplace, my living room area. So let's just go ahead and I'll share with you what I have new, and then I will decorate and just let you know what I'm doing throughout the decorating. New item, this handsome guy came from Tennessee. I got him at the Incredible Christmas Place. And they do have an online store. I will link that in the description box below. I don't know if he's still available. He did have the word Noel across his hat. I didn't care for that, so I just painted that off. And he does light up. He's got pine cones, some rustic rope, and he's just going to be adorable up on my mantle this year. Another item that I got from the Incredible Christmas Place was these stems. I got 4 of them. They're a brown plaid, how adorable. And they were originally $8.99. I got 4 of them, but when I went to the register, they were $2.60. I wanted to go back and get what they had, but I didn't make the trip. I didn't go back in there before we left from vacation down in Tennessee. But I am happy to have these. I may use them, I may not. From Amazon.com, I got 200 LED string lights with a plug that's going to go up on the mantle. From Amazon.com, I got these 6 stockings. I love that they have different textures and you get all 6. I wanted something different. I've had the same stockings for many years and I wanted something a little different, and I love these cable knit look stockings. You get 6 for $30. All of my Amazon products are in my Amazon storefront, listed in my description box if you're looking for something like that. Amazon.com, I got 2 new pillowcases. I love the softness of this. It's like a mocha chocolate. Very, very soft. And I'm going to enjoy these for the winter on my down pillows that I have on my sofa. From Hobby Lobby, I got these little faceted picks, and I got 4. I think they were like either $2.99 or $3.99. I've already taken the price tag off because I'm ready to decorate with them, but I thought these would look adorable down at the bottom of the snowman. From Old Time Pottery, I fell in love with these huge, bulky candlesticks. I'm not going to put candles on them. I don't know. You'll see what I'm going to do. But they were $14.99. I think Old Time Pottery may have a website, and I think they have more than one location. But I love to go shop there when I'm down in Tennessee on vacation. So I got 2 of these, 1 for each side. This little stool was just a vintage stool. It was broken up at a yard sale. Larry fixed the leg for me. I'm going to use this as a riser on my mantle. I got 2 of these from Hobby Lobby. I love the rustic theme of these, the twigs, the pine cones, and the pine limbs are just adorable. These were $12, so $6 a piece. I got 2 of them, and they're going on my mantle, and they're going to look great along with my woodland themed tree that I did. You can see that located back there on the right of me. So let's just go ahead and get started with some decorating. To start out, I want to add this riser, which is just the perfect height that sits under this mirror right in the center of my mantle. I'm going to set my snowman up there. I want him to just be tall and grand and not sort of hidden behind all of the greenery. So I want to put him up on that riser. The next thing, I have a 9-foot garland. It's flocked. It came from Walmart many years ago. And I just want to place it across. You can see how I have it up on that riser just below the snowman. Next, I'm adding the candlesticks. And I want them just to set back a little ways on my mantle because I'm going to use a second 9-foot garland that's going to come across the front of all of this. So after getting my candlestick situated, I want to add my lights, and I've got 200 light strand, and I'm going to run it across on the back of this one. So I'm sort of doing this in layers. I want to work on the back garland, and then I'll move on to the front one. After placing the front one in place in front of the candlesticks, in front of the riser, then I'm going to run the lights back across the second 9-foot garland. I'm adding these little rustic trees on top of the candlesticks instead of actual candles. This is a picture of my inspiration that I found from Pinterest. And you can see how they have the candlesticks, but I wanted to use these. Now, I thought about putting some battery-operated candles underneath these trees on the candlestick, and I think that they'll stand out a little more, but I will do that before I have my home tour. Almost totally forgot. If you're going to hang anything on your mantle at this time before adding the second layer, go ahead and hang stockings or bales, whatever you're going to put on there. But I did put my stockings over there, and now I just need to do a little bit of fluffing and making it look a little full before adding the lights across it. After the second layer of lights is added to the front garland, I'm going to find my favorite setting on these. And then I'm going to add the faceted picks that I had got. Those are just going to go underneath the snowman and just give it a little icicle look. And then I have the 4 brown plaid florals that I'm going to add. If you were doing something like this, you could add more pine cones. They could be frosted or natural cinnamon sticks, just a whole number of different things that could be added to this just to make it look a little fuller. I did add those flowers, and I love how it looks and how it all turned out. After adding my pillow covers and my throw blanket is one that I had used back in the fall. I just love this brown color, so I wanted to bring it out of the guest bedroom and in here for the winter time. Now these bales were silver, and I thought that they looked a little too shiny for my decor on my mantle this year, so I took some burnt umber paint that you can pick up at any craft store, and I just dabbed this paint onto it and made them look very rustic and added them to the bottom of my fireplace. Now moving over to my TV stand and my end tables, I'm just filling this space with stuff that I have on hand from previous years. I do love decorating this lantern. I have my new wood vase that I got from Hobby Lobby this year for the fall, and I wanted to continue to use that out in my living room area. So I just added some frosted pine cone picks and put it back in the lantern. A few houses just to fill in the void here on the TV stand underneath the TV. And then just a few added things on hand that will go under my end tables. I don't have anything on top. We use that quite often when we're sitting there watching TV. So I just have the lamps, a couple of vases, and that's all that I'm going to keep on those end tables. I am in my entryway today, decorating my bench and my arches over here next to the front door. The only thing new that I have in this video today is all of the gingerbread items and everything else I had on hand. Now, it's not Christmas unless you're untangling some lights, right? So this is how I put them away in just like a grocery bag and store them in totes. But when I get them out, some of them are definitely tangled up. So this little tree was one that I purchased from Walmart. I believe it was last year. Could have been the year before. I'm pretty sure it was last year. Just a little 6-foot flock tree. I wanted something small in this area because this is a walk area to that end of the house, and I definitely wanted to leave it open so I can't put a full-size tree. This is a 6-foot small slim tree. Now the lights, the candle lights, they are electric. I got those from Amazon.com. You can find those listed under Leave Christmas 2023 last year in my storefront. Now I'm going to decorate up the bench, and I have a throw blanket that I'm going to add. I have a new pillow and a little gingerbread pillow to add to the bench this year. I have some gingerbread garland. I've got 2 of those from Hobby Lobby. Those are new, and those went around the tree. I'm going to add some red bulbs. The striped ones I got at Hobby Lobby years ago. The red solid ones was from Hobby Lobby last year on clearance. So I'm going to go ahead and use those. I tied a couple of ribbons at the top, and I'll add a little gingerbread man up there as well. This blanket, it is like a pinstripe red and white I got from Walmart years ago. And I don't know, I think I've seen it available last year. I don't know if it's available this year. If I can find any of the links, I'll put them in the description box below. The little gingerbread house pillow was one that I got in Tennessee from the Old Time Pottery. It was $14.99 with 20 or 30% off. I couldn't pass it up. It's so cute. The little gingerbread man pillow came from Hobby Lobby. He's just so adorable. Up at the top of on the arches, I had a couple of little flocked mini wreaths, and I just put a gingerbread ornament on those. On my hooks, I'm adding some bells that I got last year. I believe I got those from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to put my basket back up there. I just like the texture and the way it looks over here. Now I feel like I want to put something there on the other side of the bench, but I haven't decided. But you'll see what I put there when I put up my home tour, Christmas home tour 2024. So this is how it all came out. Hey, if you happen to be new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I've got a lot more decorating coming up for this season. Stop. That's not what I wanted. As pretty as it is and as cute as it is, it don't go with my woodland theme. So, here's what I changed it to, and let me know what you think. Just a reminder, dear friend, if you're new here on my channel and you're watching for the first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave. I have tons more videos for the season coming your way. Thanks for being here. Today I want to work on my console and my sideboard. This console table was one that I had got from a local furniture store, but you can find it online at Amazon.com. And if it might be something you're looking for, I will definitely link it in the description box below. I'm adding this little wicker tray that I got down at the Apple Barn in Sevierville, Tennessee, while we were on vacation. I'm adding a little shimmering tree in a small crock to the mix. I had these bells from last year. The three in the front are from Hobby Lobby, and those are still available there. And then the larger bell was from a set of 6 that I got online on Amazon.com. And like I said, I will link all the items that you see if they're available. It's that time of year. It is winter time, coming up on some cold weather, and I decided to just stack some throw blankets there in a neutral color on the bottom of the console. So as it gets cooler temperatures, anyone can grab a throw blanket and warm themselves up around the fireplace. This bottle wood vase, I believe I got this many years ago from Hobby Lobby. I still love it. It's been sitting there for years. I added some beads and a little circle wood that says Home Sweet Home. And although I've had it for many years, I still like it, I still love it, and I still keep it out in my decor. Moving up to the top of the console, yes, you can see those hinges. This does fold open if you were going to have more dinner guests and wanted to make this table, dress it up for the holidays. It definitely could be opened and lengthened that way, but for today I just use it as a console behind my sofa. I think that the sofa, that back side is the ugly side, so I like to put this console there because my sofa sits in the middle of the room. It's all like one big open concept, and guys, it's not as easy as you think to decorate and keep everything cohesive. But these table runner that I'm using on the top of this was one that I was using on my dining room table for the fall. I love the neutral colors. This came from Amazon.com. I will have it linked in my Amazon storefront if it's still available. These sold out quick, but I know that other places are also selling the same table runner. I was fortunate to find one of the little seagrass sleds from Hobby Lobby this year. They were originally $50, 50% off, $25, and I decided to decorate it up with some floral pine picks. The white trees came from Hobby Lobby over the last few years, and the birchwood block pieces, you can actually buy a package of those at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if anybody else sells them, but I am big at shopping our local Hobby Lobby, and that's where I found mine. The next items I've added to my console is my demijohn jars. These I found at Kirkland's online. I think they only run them for one season in the store, but as of last year, they were still available. If they're available this year, I'll put the link in the description box below. I waited till they were on sale because I wanted to. I use these on my console and also up on my mantle, but I just love them. They're a clear glass jar sitting down in a wicker basket, and these are rather huge. And anyway, I put some floral pine cone picks from Hobby Lobby. I've got 2 in each one to make it look full, and I just love how this looks this year. I used this last year, and I liked it so well that I wanted to do it again. So I added these to my console. Next, let's go ahead and move over to the sideboard and do some decorating over there. Over here on my sideboard, or my buffet, whichever one you want to call it, I did a collaboration on this, and I'll put the link to where I got this in the description box below in case you may be looking for one just like this one. I went ahead, Larry helped me get the picture up there, so I just decided to go ahead and decorate the shelf up at the top, so I'm not going to have to climb in the video, so that is all done. The picture up there was one from Hobby Lobby years ago. I normally put it in my main bathroom, but this year I wanted to use it above the shelf. The two shimmering Christmas trees on each side of the picture came from Hobby Lobby years ago. I think they're still selling those this year. And the Norfolk garland, I picked two of those up from Kirkland's 2 years ago. Or no, last year, because I used it on my mantle last year and I moved it over here for this year. My theme so far for this year has been a woodland theme. So I think that the barn and the trees really bring out that woodland flair. I wanted to go ahead and add some more green in on this sideboard, so I brought out these green check kitchen towels and hung them up on the hooks. I will also add a cutting board in a neutral brown along with an old vintage spoon that I thrifted from a lady in the nearby home in our neighborhood. It's very worn and I just love how it looks. It looks like it's been used for many, many years. This tray, I wanted to hang up a basket or a tray, and this tray was one that I found at Hobby Lobby. It was $19.99 with 50% off. I got this large tray for $10. I was so happy to find that. I don't know if it was one from a back stock, but I was very happy to find that for $10. And I wanted something with a little more pop of color over here, and I thought that this would really bring that out, so I hung it up on the hooks. Staying with the green color, I have this very soft sage colored throw blanket that I got from Amazon.com. I used this not last fall, but the fall before in a sage green, and I just love this color, but I love the texture of this as well. So I thought I would add this onto the blanket ladder just to give it a little more of that green sage woodland color. This lantern was one that I thrifted over the summer. I had been looking for one like this. I love the design of this lantern. I love the color of it. It had stickers all over it. I cleaned it up. I thought I was going to take it to the booth and sell it, but I just can't let this one go and decided to bring it out for my holiday sideboard. And I added a battery-operated candle on a birch wood stand inside that lantern. Staying with the woodland theme, I had this deer that I set up on my mantle 2 seasons ago for my holiday season that I did black and green. I know a lot of people didn't like the idea of using black, but it really did come out very classic looking. And I decided to bring this deer out for my woodland theme, and it will sit here on my sideboard. The wood bowl and the bells all came from Amazon.com, and I will link those in my description box if it's something you're looking for. It is called a Santa Barbara bowl, and it is a very light, like a balsam wood, light wood, but I love the color of it, and I thought it would really make the bells pop. I set 4 bells in this wood tray. Over to the left of the tray is a cloche that I had found at a garage sale over the summer, and I love this. It's very thick glass. It's not like the ones that's made today, and it had the base, and it had tape all over it. I cleaned it up, and I decided to put some of the orange slices. Now, I have made those and used them on a tree several years ago. But these I had ordered from Amazon.com. I gave some to my sister, sent her home with some, and I have enough to put in this close, and I just think it all looks adorable. I will show you everything up close here in just a moment. One of the first things I wanted to add is just a Merry Christmas sign that I have added up above the hutch. But for this theme, it is not going to be woodland. It's going to be all of my little gingerbread items that I have, and I'm going to create a gingerbread hutch. I have this little tree that I have sitting on a stool. It normally sits in my kitchen, but I wanted to set this up by the hutch because this red and white themed tree will go along with the gingerbread people and the gingerbread houses and everything that I'm going to decorate on this hutch. So I'm going to go ahead and get this little tree all decorated up, and then we're going to move over to the hutch. I have so many little items that I'm putting on the hutch. I'm going to try to put them on as grouped together. Now these little paper mache houses you can get on Amazon.com. I actually did these last year. There's 3 to a set. They stack one in the other, and I took some puffy white paint and decorated them up, and I'm going to use them on my hutch this year. If you haven't seen that, I will put that link in the description box below. I did find this really cute gingerbread house cookie jar, and I'm going to set it up to the top. I'm not putting my cookies in it, but I love how adorable that it is. It is ceramic, and I'm going to set it up at the top along with some trees, and you'll see how I add those in just a little bit. After I get everything done, I will show you an up close of how everything came out and all of the small items that I've added in between. The next item came from Hobby Lobby, and this sign, Gingerbread Street, was from last year's gingerbread theme. I'm not sure if they have it this year, but I just adore it. It is a metal sign, and I took a command hook and added it on the back of the hutch shelf. The next little vignette is a wooden cake plate that I had used on the center of my table back in the fall, but I wanted this front and center. These two adorable gingerbread people are just so adorable sitting on this cake plate in the center of my hutch. I think they look grand here. I was originally going to put them on the top, but I just thought that they would get lost up there, and I'm going to put them front and center here. The next two items that I added over there is a gingerbread girl and boy up on the top shelf next to the house. I'm going to add two more that are different. I got those last year at Hobby Lobby also, and those are going next to the small house on the second shelf. The candy cane sign, it says candy canes, came from Trendy Tree. I originally was going to make a wreath, but I thought I would bring that out and add it to my hutch this year. The next item is a mug that I got from Walmart. Yes, I did go into Walmart with my sister while she was here and found a few things. So this is new to add to my gingerbread collection. And I just think it's adorable, and it's got a lid to it, and it's so cute. I think it was around $9 or $10. I can't remember the price. I have this tea towel, striped tea towel, Gingerbread Bakery, and I put that under the two gingerbread people there on the cake plate. And I think that it's just turning out adorable. That pillow that I originally was going to use, I put it on the bottom shelf. And I've got a few more things that I want to add. There's the trees at the top. They're decorated with gingerbread people and that little Merry Christmas wooden bucket I found at Hobby Lobby. I just love how it looks. The tree on the right has a couple of little gingerbread miniature mugs from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if those were for Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Let me know in the comment if you know where exactly I got those. But this is how it's all turned out. I've added a few more things in there, and I'll give you an up close of everything. There was a couple of new items that I got, some of the little wooden spoons that have the peppermint striped candy and some gingerbread people. Those were new this year, so I got both sets. And here's how it all turned out. Enjoy, and don't forget to watch the ads on this video. It is a fundraiser. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your support. I love each and every one of you, and have a happy holiday. I'll see you in my next video. Today we're in the dining room and going to decorate up my table. Now I wanted a centerpiece and I want to leave the two ends open. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got this pine and pine cone garland, and I just folded it up, fluffed it up, and going to add these brass deers that I got from Big Lots. For last year I used them on my mantle. This year I'm going to use them for my centerpiece on my table. I also have a couple of brass candlesticks that I got new from Hobby Lobby last year, and I really love these. They're very thick, very heavy, and I added 2 birch wood battery operated candles to them. Now I'll give you an up close in just a moment. I have these leather look chargers that I'm going to add. I got those from Hobby Lobby. And then my dish set is called the Trellis, and I got that from Amazon.com. I got an 8-piece set, but I'm only going to use a 4-piece place setting on my table for this year. I do like to leave the ends open so that Larry and I can sit on each end and have our dinner, and he doesn't like anything too tall where that we can see each other while we're having dinner and we're having a conversation. Now I did add some napkins. I just had some linen beige colored napkins that I added with the dishes. I'm not putting out any silverware. And I seen this on Pinterest, this idea. I loved it. Now I didn't get the flocked garland. I didn't want that mess all over the table, but I added some oranges to this. As simple as it may be, I love the outcome of my dining room table for this year. Oranges have always been a traditional Christmas for me. I just love having oranges. I would eat them all year if I could. However, I just keep it to usually the holidays. But I do love oranges, and it reminds me of a movie that we always watch each year called Christmas Oranges. And if you haven't seen that movie, it's actually, someone has it listed and uploaded on YouTube. And I will put that link in the description box below if you'd like to watch that movie. It's a really cute movie. You have to let me know, do you generally have a tradition in your family during the holidays that you like to bring in that you normally wouldn't any other time of the year? Just let me know in the comments what you do different during the holidays that you don't normally do all year. In today's video, I'm going to be working in my kitchen. Now, I've got almost everything cleared out, and all I need to do is sort of swipe and wipe and clean it up a little bit, and then I'll be ready to start doing some decorating for my 2024 Christmas farmhouse kitchen. I'm going to try to keep it neutral this year, and just a little bit of brown and green along with my white background here in my kitchen. So come along with me as I get it styled for this year's. Now there are some things that just don't get changed out. However, I am going to change the local market sign to a new sign that I got. And I'm just going to show you how I've got everything cleared out. Nothing's going to change up there. I'm not going to climb up there and do a lot of decorating, but these are just the staple pieces that stay in my kitchen. But I am going to show you what I got new for my kitchen for this season. So come along with me. I'm just going to sort of swipe and wipe and dust things off. I'm not going to put any curtains. I think I've got some garland that I want to put up to my window for a change. And this is something that I haven't done. I did it years and years ago, but I haven't done it in this home, and I'm not sure how I'm going to like it. But I'm going to go ahead and find a garland to put up there, and then we're just going to move forward with some decorating. I'll probably get Mr. Fix-It to help me above the sink because I don't want to stand in my sink. I'm a short person. I can't reach it up there. Here are some of the things that I have that I may be picking from these totes. And there's a few new things, and I'm going to show you what those are here in just a minute. So I'm sort of going to pick and choose what I want to go back in my kitchen. My first new item is one that I got last year on clearance, and I'm going to use it this year above my window. And if you remember, my sister and I went shopping at Hobby Lobby looking for these prints, and I just love the barn scene and the snow and everything about this, including the colors, and I'm going to put that in my kitchen this year. I found this adorable snowman this year at Hobby Lobby. I just love everything about him, the color, and especially the smile on his face. The next item, the vase, the picture is actually from Hobby Lobby, but I found these frosted picks with some frosted pine cones, and I'm probably going to leave them in this vase for my kitchen. And I'm loving how this is all starting to come together, even though I shopped some clearance last year and found a few things this year. The next item you've probably seen on my vacation, I took it down to make a hot cocoa bar in our cabin, but it was bought for this holiday season, the hot cocoa sign from Hobby Lobby. I think it was originally 50% off was $10 for the hot cocoa bar sign. That will probably be about my only pop of red color in my kitchen this year. And then the little spoons with the red truck on it, I think those are new this year. And so I picked up some of those. That was the third set I picked up this season. The other two were on my hutch, the little peppermint candy and also the gingerbread man. But I think those spoons are so adorable, and whenever they bring something out new, I just love picking them up. The next item was just a chunk of this wood, cut wood from Hobby Lobby, and I got it on clearance last year. It originally was a $9.99. I probably got 75% off, so I paid $2.50. And then these little adorable snowman mugs. I got the little tiny one from Walmart, and the other four came from Hobby Lobby this year. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use them in my kitchen this year, but they are new and I may find a place for them. And both my sister and I found this puzzle. We fell in love with it. The old green truck with the wreath on the front and the red barn. If it's got a barn on it, both my sister and I love the print, but this is a puzzle, and we're hoping to get this puzzle out and working on the table. I just love this barn print. I'm going to put it above my stove. I enjoy cooking and having something very pleasant to look up at. And this was normally the small artwork at Hobby Lobby is about $20. This was about $24. So 50% off, $12. That's still not a bad buy. And like I said, I have to get Mr. Fix-It to help me with the sign up here. I don't want to stand on my countertop or on the sink, and I'm just too short to reach that far. So he's going to help me out, take this one down, and I've got the one Merry Christmas one that I picked up last year on clearance. I don't remember what I gave for it. I'm sure it was pretty cheap, but I'm going to use it in my decorating for the holidays this year. I just added a couple of picks and some battery twinkle lights. And then I'm just going to add my 2 wreaths on my pantry door that I normally put there, with just a little bit different decorations to go with the muted colors for my kitchen this year. Well, there I went and changed my mind again. I'm not going to do the garland over my window. I am going to use these beige colored checked curtains for the holiday because I am going a little neutral in my kitchen this year. Next, I'm moving over to my 2 shelves on my kitchen wall, and you're going to see me add some things, take some things away, move it around until I get that look that I wanted. I wanted to try to balance out my cutting boards where I have the placements because I don't want them all coming down one side. I sort of want to zig and zag it over back and forth because I also have my bottom shelf setting on my countertop as well. So just watch and see how I put this together. I started out with this cutting board. It's from Hobby Lobby, and I just placed a wreath over the cutting board. Now I'm putting this way up here on the top shelf, but I won't leave it there. I will change some of this out. I think I wind up having too many of the little creamers, I think, up on one shelf, but you know, for now, I think I'm just going to leave it the way that it is, and if I find something different, I may change it out before the season's over. And I'm just adding another cutting board on the opposite side of the one I put up at the top. But I like to place those cutting boards over the metal brackets on the back of the wall so that that doesn't show. These are some little birchwood candles that I got from Walmart, and I put them in these little wooden bowls, and I'll move them around a little bit as well. Just not really sure where I wanted. Most of the time I put this together and then I'll take it apart and put it back together for you guys so that I'm not spending a lot of time moving things around like I am here. Placing this tree that I got from Hobby Lobby years ago in this vase up at the top. The tree matches the wreath that I have on the cutting board, so I think that really comes together really well. Just moving things around a little bit and adding some of my vintage items that I had thrifted over the summer to my shelf, keeping it, you know, true to kitchen theme. And I do love the little snowman sitting in front of the cutting board. That darker cutting board really makes him pop and shine. And I felt like this side needed something more, so I'm going to put a cutting board back there. Moving down here to my Hobby Lobby chicken wire shelf that I got years ago. I love it. I keep it out in my kitchen. I have a little lamp that I set on there. I love the lighting that it gives off when I get up in the morning. You know, it's not really dark in the house, and I just love that lamp setting there. I have my Ray Dunn butter dish that sits in there. My daughter got that as a gift for me several Christmases ago, and I just try not to use it because the butter dishes that I use, I wind up cracking up because I use them almost daily. But this one stays on my shelf. I got 3 little bells that are ornaments that I got from Hobby Lobby on clearance last year. I'm sure I only paid a couple of bucks for them, but I thought that the white color bells would really pop in here. And then I'll just add a little cow creamer on the other side of the shelf, and then we'll move on to the top of it. Okay guys, this is how my farmhouse Christmas kitchen has come out for this year. I went ahead and finished decorating a little bit, but I'll go over those areas so that the video isn't going to be so long. Over here on the right is my pantry. My 2 wreaths are hanging there. My apron, I added a couple of little oranges. And on the wreaths, I added an ornament that has pine cones and a brown plaid ribbon just to go with my woodland theme this year. I have done my kitchen in a neutral with the green and beige. Now I just laid my rug, I had it rolled up, so it's sticking up a little, but it'll flatten out later. Over here on the side of my countertop, I have a beige check tea towel, cutting board, and a couple of the little scrubbies that I love to display. Up here I have changed a few things out since you've seen me decorate. I decided to move the wood round and put a cutting board under this icicle display. Over here on my chicken wire shelf that I got from Hobby Lobby, you see me decorate that. And moving up to the shelves, instead of the cutting board being back there on the bottom shelf up there, I put an ironstone plate so that the two cutting boards didn't clash, and then that is the top shelf. My Merry Christmas sign. I do like the curtains. I did put the wood round under these old vintage utensils in the crock. And my coffee maker, I just made a cup of coffee. And over here in the corner, excuse my husband's thermos cup, but over here in the corner, I've added some light. It's so dark back in there. A tree with no ornaments. I got the green tray, wood tray, from Vendor Village, and I seen this done on Pinterest, and I wanted to try it. You'll have to let me know what you think. And I wanted to add some cutting boards to it, and that's how it's turned out. Over here I have my tea kettle, always ready to go for hot chocolate or tea. And I do love this print from Hobby Lobby this year. I just love it. I love the frame. I love the colors. I love everything about it. Up at the top, I just did some pine cone picks with some battery lights up there. The battery's done run down. Over here, I added some Christmas tree cutting boards, and I believe I got those from Home Goods last year. Nothing really changed here, just some little spoons and a creamer. This is new from Walmart this year. I paid $19.99. Instead of lighting a candle, this has a heat lamp. You put your candle under it. It melts it and puts the scent out in your home. I just love that. And then that's the thrifted Pottery Barn picture from Goodwill. I thrifted back in the spring of last year, and behind that is one of those trays from Hobby Lobby. And my rug was one that I purchased from Amazon. I love the neutral colors, so I'm just going to continue to use that again. I do love the candle in the window. I thrifted that brass candlestick. I was going to put it in the bedroom, but when I put it up here, I just love how it looks. So I'm going to go with that this year. Now I'm just going to go ahead and share what my kitchen looks like without me talking, so that you can get a good look to some music. In today's video, I just went ahead and decorated the guest bedroom, the bathroom, and then our mudroom. Now, I just went ahead and did the decorating. As you know, this is going to be a short and sweet video. I'm trying to get this decorating done. We're going to have a good weather day coming up to do our front porch. So I still have my front porch and my master bedroom to do, and then the home tour. However, you've seen this last year. It was in the master bedroom and the master bath. And I decided to move it up to the guest bedroom and to the main bathroom. So I have something new for the master bedroom, and I can't wait to share that. I am just going to tone it down a bit in there, but I still love this red and white check. I love the farmhouse feel that it gives to my home. This little snowman print I got from Hobby Lobby this year, and then also the little trees with sparkly things on it, crystals on it, is from Hobby Lobby also. That's just a red check towel I had on hand that I thought I would add to the mix. And the red rug is also from Hobby Lobby. The shower curtain, I cannot remember where I got that. It really needs to be lowered a little bit, but not too worried about it. It still looks great. In the guest bedroom, I added the king size comforter on this bed, so I don't have to put a bed skirt on it, and just some pillow covers, a Merry Christmas pillow that I got from Hobby Lobby a few years ago, and then the drapes, they're the blackout kind. I ordered those off of Amazon.com. The rug came from Hobby Lobby, and the bales, the red bales in the dough bowl is also from Hobby Lobby. The Farm Fresh Christmas tree sign, it was from Hobby Lobby years ago. And the throw blanket I ordered off Amazon.com. Some of these items are listed in my Amazon storefront if you're looking for them. Just short and sweet. I didn't think I'd take a lot of time, doing all the decorating, just put it together. I had to do a little bit of cleaning in here, a little bit of dusting and vacuuming, and then just put it all together. I love how it's all come out. So you guys have to tell me, are you more of a traditional, minimalist, maximalist? Do you like neutral? You like color? Let me know in the comments. I've been curious. I had some people who tell me that they really like when I do neutral decorating, and then I have others that say, where's your color? So, it's a little bit of mixture, but this year I did the color on my hutch with the gingerbread, and then I did the color in the guest bedroom and our main bath. Next, you're going to see my mud room. Not a whole lot that I did. I added a blanket, and I left the basket that was hanging up there from the fall and just added some wintertime picks with pine cones, some pine greenery. And then the sign that says, "Oh Holy Night," I had that in and on my mantle, I believe, last year. And I do like to rotate the items before I get rid of them. So I try to use them in different parts of my home on different seasons. Now, you know that I had put the red check in here last year, but for this year I wanted to tone it down a little. I have some red ribbon. I have all of these ornaments that I have on hand. The star topper was thrifted at a Goodwill. I just loved it. It matched my other stuff. These little birds was something that I made, and I'll link that video in the description box if you want to learn how to make those. But this is how the tree all turned out. I didn't use everything that I showed you, but most of it. They're not twinkle lights on the tree, but for some reason my camera is picking that up. So sorry about the flashes there. You can see now that it sort of calmed down. This is how my tree, I got a King of Christmas flocked slim tree for the bedroom last year, and I put that up again this year. And I just love King of Christmas, how thick the branches are on these trees. And I have fluffed many trees for this season, including out on the front porch. If you missed that video, that's the last one. I have some new bedding. The chunky blanket was one that I made. These pillow covers is from Amazon. The Merry Christmas was from Kirkland's years ago. And this is my new item, the Levtex Winter Sleigh Ride Quilt Set. And it's 100% cotton. I love it. It's got a red check on the other side. And it's just so soft. And I will put the link below for that or in the product description. I got it from Target. I don't remember what the price was. I got it a while back. I didn't want to change out my curtains. I want to keep things a little neutral in here with just a pop of red on my bedding and on the tree. In the bathroom, I didn't do a whole lot. I just put a vase with some red frosted berries and a new little lamp that I picked up on vacation down in Tennessee. The rug you see in the bathroom was one that I ordered from Amazon years ago, and I brought it back out and used it this year. So this is how it all turns out. Now wait till the end of the video. Some of you requested to see a lamp in the last bedroom, and I'll have that at the end of the video, so enjoy, and thank you for being here. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. You're a blessing to my channel, and I thank each and every one of you for your support and your kind comments. Look for my home tour. It is coming up here soon. Enjoy the rest of the video to some music. Welcome back, sweet friends. And if you're new here, my name's Rebecca. That's my husband Larry. He's going to be helping me today on my extra long front porch. Most of you know I have a very long front porch. So we haven't bought anything new today to go on the porch. We're going to reuse what we have on hand, but we're going to change it up just a little bit this year. So today is our 1 day opportunity because we've got a cold front moving in, rain tomorrow and then a cold front, and we've already had our first snow, but I didn't get a video of it. Today it's sunny and 63, so we're going to take advantage of getting our front porch decorated for Christmas. Now this is actually before Thanksgiving Day, and we're taking down the fall items, but when we get that weather day, we're definitely going to go ahead and get things done so that we're not outside freezing when the weather changes. So we're not the only one decorated for Christmas. There's a couple of houses in the neighborhood that already have their trees up in the windows. So I'm happy to see that. We're not going to look like we're out of place or, all crazy. I did store away the rockers this year, and I'm leaving out the teak bench, although we painted it. But I have these large ornaments that I got from Hobby Lobby at 66% off a couple of years ago, and I am placing a heavy landscape rock in each one so that the wind doesn't come and blow them away. However, I'm going to change this up because the white ornaments on the white bench don't show up very well, so I'll wind up doing something different with that. I do have 2 garlands that's going to go up and around my door along with some lights. I also have the 2 little trees that I ordered from Amazon that's going to go in the Fairfield black planters on each side of the door. Now the wreath that I'm hanging up is just a temporary wreath. It's so old, I really do need to get rid of it and find something else. But I used to love to get a real wreath to hang on my door. So it's a little bit too early to find them, but we're hoping that we find a tree lot that sells the wreath. I didn't see any at Lowe's, so hopefully I'll be able to find one soon. One of the things that we're doing different here on our porch is we're taking some past trees that we had in this home. We had a 9-foot flocked tree from Walmart, and then there is the 7.5-foot tree when we moved from our other home we still had on hand. This one that I'm fluffing is one that we got at a garage sale back in the summer. And we came up with this idea of putting the artificial trees with some weights on them for the front porch with lights. And you'll see the outcome here at the end of the video. So there was a lot of fluffing trees. I've got 4 trees decorated inside. And then here I have a lot more trees on my front porch. The 2 trees that are in the pots in front of the garage will also get decorated. We got a couple of spotlights, so we're hoping that this all comes together. We took out the 40-watt bulbs at the ceiling porch and added some 25-watt bulbs just to give it a little bit of light, because when you just have the Christmas lights on the trees from out on the road, you only see the shape of the lights. You don't see actually what you're looking at on the porch. So we decided to light it up this year. And I'm also adding just a pop of color of red throughout the porch in some pillow covers, some lanterns, and some red ornaments in another lantern. I decided to leave the grapevine around on my Fairfield black planters that's on each side of the door, just to give it a little bit more filler where you don't see just the stem of the tree. Brought out my vintage sled and went out and took down the fall decorations on the mailbox. And I'm just adding some greenery around it and some bows that I had used last year, I think on a lantern. And so instead of just tossing them, I bring them out, and when I use them this year, they'll be weatherized. The sun will fade them. The wind and the rain will also affect them, and then I just throw them out and make some fresh ones next year. Here's how it's come out so far. We still have a couple of more things to do. Larry's going to make a tree skirt out of wood for the tree that doesn't have one. We need to add a couple of more lights to this tree on the right. But this is how it's turned out so far, and hopefully we'll have it all together for my home tour.